Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Liquid Bunny and MC on Iron Fortress LE. Now, this is from their series from the very recent Gfinity Spring Masters 2 tournament that just completed on Sunday. So, this is a very recent replay, hot off the replay conveyor belt, and I hope you're very excited for this matchup because in the bottom right, we have the blue Protoss player MC. And if you're not familiar with MC, you probably haven't been watching Starcraft 2 for very long because he is widely considered the best Protoss player on planet Earth. I mean, he killed it in Wings of Liberty. His Heart of the Swarm play hasn't been quite as good, but he still has a long list of tournament victories dating back to 2011, 2010. Most recently, he did take first place in the WCS Season 1 Europe Series back in April of 2014. And also took second place in the 2014 DreamHack Open. So, I mean, he is still very current. He's still very powerful. And I'm excited to cast this game of his against the red Terran in the bottom left, Bunny from Team Liquid. Now, he has the little Starcraft's logo, which makes him a little bit more attractive to me. I do very much like the Starcraft's series, and using the logo is just a happy, fun time for this game. Bunny is actually Danish by descent, so he's considered a foreigner in the StarCraft 2 scene. We do have an SCV coming on up to scout. We have a probe scouting there as well, but he's a very strong Terran player, having most recently taken third place in WCS Season 1. And also took first place in Fragbyte Masters Season 4, held back in April of this very same year. So, not very long ago, he has some very impressive finishes. As we have a Reaper come in, we're going to slow down just a little bit, follow this guy, see what he is up to. He's going to scout the Nexus. But either way, this should be a very, very good series, and one player has to lose, which is very sad. But at the same time, it'll be fun to watch them go at it. So, Mothership Core pops out to actually chase this Reaper away before he can get a single kill. So the timing there was pretty fortuitous for MC. Although I imagine he knows what he was doing, making sure that that Mothership Core popped out at a timing when a Reaper could possibly show up. So Reaper's probably not going to be too effective at this point. It looks like we are making a Stalker from that gateway. Mothership Core is going to chase him away. So back in the Terran base, it looks like we do have a factory and a barracks. We're probably going to see a Widow Mine out of that. Oh, and a proxy pylon here on the left side from MC, and it's a Stargate. So this is likely going to be an Oracle harass. Terran players by this point in Heart of the Swarm recognize that Oracle harassment showing up in your worker line can really ruin your day. That Oracle can melt like 10 or 11 or 12 workers if it's undefended very, very quickly. Pretty much you want to get a missile turret up here or possibly a Widow Mine to defend against it. Widow Mines do take one hit to kill an Oracle, so we'll have to see how Bunny decides to defend against this. We'll keep an eye on that Stargate for the time being. We'll kind of leave it up in this progression map here. So here we have the Reaper kind of poking around, hanging up here. He is all healed up from his combat drugs. Very happy about that. We have 2 gas going down for the Protoss player. Very normal in this particular matchup. And just kind of saturating up the base here at the expansion. Oracle is actually coming out now from the Stargate. So we'll have to see what that's up to. At the same time, though, a group of Marines, 6 Marines, moving out across the map. Going to try to do some harassment at the front door here. There is no drop, it's just pretty much Marines versus the world coming on in to see what they can do. The Reaper kind of luring these Stalkers away. Looks like they do miss the Marines, but they're going to catch this Widow Mine. Can they kill it? I don't know if it can burrow fast enough to stay alive in the face of this Stalker harass. It's running away as fast as it can. Oh, the Marines come on up. The Reaper moving on in, also trying to take down a probe. The Marines going right after the Mothership Core. Good stutter step micro, and yes, Mothership Core goes down. At the same time, the Oracle comes in to the mineral line here. Instantly, workers start dying. At the same time that workers are dying over here, we'll have to kind of keep an eye on this. The Marines come out to try to take down this Stargate, and the Widow Mine doesn't go off to kill it. Meanwhile, a little bit of a misclick there from Bunny. His Marines do get surrounded by the workers, and every single one of them do die. It was 6 kills to 5 kills, so a fairly even exchange there. Although I would imagine losing Marines at this point, they're just minerals. They don't really cost as much as a single Oracle. And so I have to imagine that Bunny came out on top in that exchange. He's probably pretty happy about that, even though, again, he did lose some workers. He was able to kill some over here at the same time of MCs. The Oracle, that second Oracle that popped out, is not actually interested in harassing at all. He's just going to head on home, maybe for defense, because there is a drop coming, and it is a Widow Mine drop, which can be very annoying for MC to deal with. He does not have any detection right now, no robo facility. He is making one, but it's a little bit late, and here comes the Widow Mine drop. Will it get detected by these Stalkers? It looks like it is going to get focused down. Can he get the Widow Mine off? No. Yes, the Widow Mine does manage to burrow barely with 10 hit points. It manages to kill a few workers there. Two workers, as this Widow Mine drop actually has 2 kills as well that I missed. It was a double-pronged Widow Mine drop and vision going down on the Oracle is able to detect those Widow Mines and get rid of them. That is the reason the Oracle headed on home, because he needed the detection. MC's Robo Facility was not done yet. The Observer is just now barely finishing. And so he needed Envision from that Oracle. He could not use it for its harassment purposes, and instead was forced to use it to defend back home. So now we're going to see a bit of an aggression move here from MC. Moving on into the front door. There is a bunker. There are a bunch of Marines. We'll have to see another drop going out with more Widow Mines. More Widow Mine drops while the army is away for MC. We'll have to see how effective these are. Taking kind of a roundabout method to get there, hopefully to avoid being scouted. Although, again, there are observers on the board. There's an observer here. There's an observer, let's see, actually moving over this way. And here comes the attack at the front. There is a bunker, though, with 4 Marines. You're not getting through that with this number of Stalkers, especially with repair available to that bunker from the SCVs. So here we go with the Widow Mine drop. Forward pylon. Oh, that's not a pylon. That's an Oracle, rather. Widow Mine drop coming on down here. Is there an Oracle here? There is not. Boosting on in. Good reaction time from MC, getting those probes away, burrowing in, and gets 1 probe kill. Drops another Widow Mine here. Oh man, all these transferring probes. Is he gonna? Oh, he gets 12 probe kills. Huge kills from that Widow Mine. Bunny just being super annoying, super effective with these Widow Mine drops. It is now 47 to 33 harvesters for the Terran player. He is up big time on MC. We'll have to see if he can keep this advantage, if he can steamroll it into a victory, or if MC is able to come back. He is known for kind of actually falling apart early in the game every once in a while, but you can't count him out because he can come back from those situations and win games. So here is Colossus coming on out of that Robo Facility. Oracle trying to get some harassment off, but there is now a Viking. Vikings are very effective against Oracles. They have that long range. They can attack air to air. We actually have Envision going down on all of these units and these buildings here, which means MC can see everything that's coming out of these production buildings, including medevacs. Although, I mean, he has to know what's coming out, right? I mean, it's going to be Widow Mines, Marines, Marauders, possibly medevacs, things like that. That's what Terran likes to do. Moving on up here, scouting for the presence. Is there anything to attack this third base? No, there's not. That's fantastic news. Oracle also kind of scouting around for maybe a hidden third base from the Terran player. And here comes the push. Marine Marauders, medevacs stimming ahead. Are these Marines just to get a quick scout out to see what they can see before they show up? There's a single Colossus. There are a few Stalkers. I don't know if this is going to end well for MC at all. It's a pretty scary push. A single Zealot coming out now. Where the heck did that Zealot come from? Actually doing a great job scouting this out. He could probably kill that SCV and prevent this third base, but the front door pushes up. The stim is on, coming right on in, sniping on this forward pylon is Bunny. I'm going to try to stim in there and get that Colossus, but good force fields keeping him away. Also, maybe trying to focus down the Nexus if they can. Gets the Colossus very easily. The stim is getting healed off by all of these medevacs. This is huge. I think all of these Stalkers might go down unless they can blink out of there. And a next Colossus comes on up. Photon Overcharge is probably enough actually to chase this away, but reinforcements are coming in. Marauders, Marines, medevacs. We actually lift off, and for what purpose? Widow Mine's coming around the left side. Going to swoop around the right side here, try to drop again. At the same time, there's an attack at the front, but it did get scouted by that Oracle, so we'll have to see how successful this drop is. We actually did have some SCV kills somewhere along the way, but here we come in, dropping right on in. Perfect pull there from MC, but he loses a ton of mining time. There are a couple probes that get lost in the meantime. Oh man, all these probes coming in for defense are getting melted. 8, 9, 10 probes going down. 14 is 52 to 29 harvesters. This small group moving right up the ramp, feeling very confident, but there are 2 Colossus. The Oracle coming in to help as well, melting everybody down. Oh, the Oracle gets sniped off. Fantastic micro there from Bunny, and he recognizes, all right, I did enough damage here. Again, it is 54 to 25 harvesters. It is 3 bases, 2-2, effectively 1 mining base right now for MC. The Widow Mines do finally get cleaned up, but they destroyed so many workers. Bunny waiting for more reinforcements coming across the map, just streaming constantly. Marines, Marauders, Widow Mines. Is he getting any upgrades is the question. Yes, it looks like he is getting some upgrades. Let's take a look here and see if we could find those. And MC calls the GG. He recognizes he is down economically. He recognizes he lost those first few battles, and that is it. He calls the GG. He loses game 1 of this series. And we'll see if we move on to game 2. I'm not actually super interested in casting full series anymore. Maybe just picking off the games that are action-packed and really fun to watch and fun to cast. So we'll have to see what I do. But again, guys, this has been Falcon Paladin with another Daily Blizzard upload. If you want to catch a daily StarCraft 2 professional cast, be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube here. You can also like this video to let your friends know what you're watching and what you're interested in. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin on every one of those sites. And until next time, thank you for watching, and you take care of yourself.